My name is Shelby and I want to document what it was like in March, April, probably May, I'm hoping not June, of 2020 and what it was like with the coronavirus outbreak. At first, massive denial. I was in a state where I was like, oh, well, it doesn't affect me, so it's fine. It's not the case. If I was to pass it on to somebody like my grandfather, he could very quickly deteriorate, and he's in his 80s. Not just that, he's got lung problems. So it's no longer about the individual, it's about A, your community, and B, your family. So last night, our Prime Minister Boris Johnson did what he had to do, and he put the country in lockdown, which meant everything that wasn't a necessity was shut. Like my shop. It's no surprise to anyone who I work with that I am not going to be upset about the fact that my shop is closed. The only thing I'm querying is how I'm going to get paid, but that's a different story for another day. Schools were closed on Friday, so we have my husband's older children tonight, so tomorrow we'll be homeschooling, so that should be fun. Our two youngest children, they're 2 and 1, so one's barely walking, and the other one has only just started like a preschool nursery kind of thing, so where they just teach her how to be nice. So not worried about homeschooling them. It's the older two I'm worried about because I do not have a degree in teaching or in anything practical. On the flip side, really nice weather here in Britain. I don't know if you can see from the shine of my glasses, but I have like massive bay doors to my outside garden. It has been beautiful. It has been beautiful, and it probably will continue to be beautiful. I mean, it's like 17 degrees earlier today at lunchtime, and we never get that sort of weather in England. Of course, unless we're all in quarantine and all stuck in our houses where we can do nothing and go nowhere and be with nobody. I understand it. I'm not particularly happy about it, but I'm going to do it. My job's still not done. I've got to go to the doctor's, pick up a prescription because the doctors never sleep, obviously, and I have to go food shop. Normally we go weekly food shopping, all me, my husband Jack, and our 2 youngest children. Once we drop the older children off at school, we would usually then go food shop. Well, because there's no school, and because it's clearly not safe and not in the rules to take your children, all 4 of them, to the supermarket, and I don't want to risk them catching it from someone who's also there. I'm not going to take them. So either me or Jack are going to go by ourselves. I may take one of the older children with me, just because leaving you alone with 4 kids, it's stress inducing. So I also am looking at one of those tri-bike things, and I have to clean that. I said I'd clean it for the kids when the kid came to summer. Well, it's nice weather now, so I might as well clean it. 1 second. I'm just checking you're okay. Love you. Standard. Okay. These videos are not only for me, but I want my children one day to look back on these and be like, A, wow, my mum looked so young, and B, it's not even really that big of a sacrifice, but these are the things that a country has to do to deal with a pandemic or deal with a war, and I'm no way in comparing the sacrifice that people made when World War II happened, but it's you can find the video of Piers Morgan going off on that one was funny. But I want my kids to, they're living it now, but they won't remember this. Hopefully it'll all blow over in 6 months and everyone will go back to doing the usual thing where something on the internet will freak somebody out and it'll all just be about what the internet again. So hopefully in the next 6 months this won't even be a thing. This won't even be something that's talked about on the internet. There is 3 weeks of a countrywide lockdown, and then after that they're going to review it again. So I'm excited for that. 3 weeks of self-isolation. If you'd have come to me and said when I was 17 or 18 that you're gonna have to stay in the house all day every day, I would have loved it. But now I have kids, and I'm just like, I need to get them out of the house. Like, help me. And there is loads of good stuff on the internet, and there's obviously advice in gov.co.uk. You can find tons of advice about what to do about corona. There is loads and mums who are sharing advice and stuff online. I know that the body coach, Joe Wicks, is doing like a 9 a.m. PE lesson every day on his YouTube channel live. I intend to follow that. So those are the sort of, the child's coming by. Those are the sort of things that I think we definitely should utilise, and especially since we're in such a technology kind of age where everything is kind of accessible to us. Hi. So that's it for day 1. I'll let you know in day 2 how shopping went. No, child.
Yeah.
And I'll keep you updated.